Well, that's not the way you wanted to start the freeway face-off.
Yeah, who knew that taking 3 penalties in a row would be a bad thing for the momentum of the team?
Apparently not the Ducks. Apparently not the Ducks. Hello everybody and welcome to DDFR number 33 on the season. Today we are going to react to the Ducks playing in LA at Crypto.com where they lost 4-1 to the LA Kings. Alright, let's hop right into it. Looking at the 3 stars of the game, I'm a bit surprised that they decided to go with a bunch of people who only got 1 point. I would have had both goalies on here. Phoenix Copley probably being the first star, Lucas Dostal being the second star, and then maybe you give it to like Iafallo because he scored the game winner. However, yeah, I'm not really sure what they were doing here. 24 saves for Phoenix Copley, 37 for Lucas Dostal, and Ducks lose 4-1. The first period was boring, and that was kind of good for the Ducks. They were pretty locked down defensively, weren't taking any dumb penalties or anything like that. Their power play got an opportunity in the second along with the Kings. But that all broke down in the second period when the Kings got not only 1 power play goal, but then were given 3 power plays in a row. 3 power plays in a row. So Drew Doughty scores on the first power play, and then 2 more follow, which basically derails all of Anaheim's momentum. They still weren't out of it after the first goal, but I mean, even with Frank Vetrano scoring, the Ducks never got momentum back. They never got momentum back. It was a good play by Vetrano, just kind of crashing the net, bangs home a rebound, and yeah. Drew Doughty's point shot was screened. Good screen there. Iafallo had a tip-in because the Ducks were puck watching again in the last minute of the period. Going down 2-1, going into the third, was not a great start. Third period wasn't any better. Pretty early on, Kaliev finds Arvidsson, who he just undresses the freaking goalie, man. Like, there's nothing Dostal can do. Dostal has to deal with Victor Arvidsson, a known goal scorer, screaming in at him at full speed, and yeah, I mean, Dostal was standing still. Arvidsson wasn't. Arvidsson undresses him and goes top shelf. Not much Dostal can do on that. The fourth goal by the Kings, this was just a fantastic goal. Kevin Fiala literally throws 2 Ducks off of his back and then scores on the backhand. You might want Dostal to have that one, but at this point in the game, Dostal had saved like 3 or 4 like breakaways, so you're not going to save every single one. Ducks left their goalie hanging out to dry. I hope they respond better in the next game, but as of right now, they left Dostal out to dry, and I don't know what you're supposed to do when Kevin Fiala is able to fight off 2 Ducks defenders. 2 Ducks defenders. Let's not get that twisted. He fought off 2 Ducks defenders because although they tried to play him physical, they didn't finish their check. I'll be real. If someone kept pushing Fiala, he's not making that backhanded goal. He's not. He's simply not. But after the Ducks make contact with Fiala, they kind of just bump away, and it allows him to just really just quick little backhander up and over Dostal's glove. Ducks looked good in the first, and that was it. They played incredibly undisciplined hockey in the second. It got them behind the 8 ball, and they never recovered. Ducks lose this game in a game that they deserve to lose. Yeah, Kings deserve to win a meter, a little over 75%. Ducks looked bad, man. The Ducks looked bad. The defensive structure broke down in the second, especially when you're on the penalty kill so often. It really gets your defenders tired, by the way. Didn't know if they knew that, but gets your defenders tired. If they're out there on the ice consistently over and over and over again, and they have to do more skating because there's not enough people on the ice. Yeah, Kings getting higher quality chances. Honestly, if the Ducks didn't have Dostal in net, this game could have easily been 7-1, 8-1. Kings were running the Ducks show. So the Kings got about as many expected goals as Dostal allowed. Dostal still saved 0.12 more goals above expected, and Phoenix Copley saved a whole 1.19 goals above expected. Ducks were looking okay on offense, but man, they just played shorthanded for far too long, and it put them behind the 8 ball. That's what happened. Ducks can't keep doing this to themselves. They take these penalties, a lot of them dumb penalties, and they're like, damn, why are we losing this game? It's because your penalty kill sucks, man, and you keep putting them out on the ice. The Ducks take on the Minnesota Wild Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a late one for anybody trying to watch on the East Coast. Ducks are 5-7 at home, and the Wild are 7-5-1 on the road. Maybe the Ducks get a little bit closer to 500 at home, and maybe the Wild get a little bit closer to 500 on the road. Ducks are going to rely heavily on Troy Terry at 28 points in 33 games. 31 games played for Kaprizov, 42 points, 19 goals for him, and 23 assists. Kaprizov is outpacing Terry in pretty much every category. This will be the actual final game of the season between the Wild and the Ducks. The Ducks are looking to not get swept by the Wild. They lost the last game in a shootout. The first game they lost 4-1. Hopefully the Ducks don't get swept by the Wild. The game will be on Bally Sports West for anybody watching in Southern California. For anybody trying to watch in Minnesota, I'm not entirely sure. I think you guys use Bally as well. It might be Bally like Northwest. But either way, the rest of the country outside of Minnesota and Southern California, we're looking at ESPN+. If you want to watch in Canada, my guess is you're looking at Sportsnet or TSN. This game, realistically, the Ducks should lose, and they should get swept by the Wild. But this team can surprise. Usually, they've done it before where they felt like they played like shit in front of Dostal, and then they turn it around and play well. I'd love to see it this time. Alright, that is it for this one. Thank you all for showing up. I appreciate everybody who watches the DDFRs. Hit that like button if you like what you saw. Hit that subscribe button if you really like it. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.